Hello, and welcome to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that the message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. This channel is all about healing, so let's begin healing together. Tonight, I am doing an all signs reading. That means that it doesn't matter what your zodiac sign is. If the reading relates to you, then it will be for you. If the reading does not relate to you, that means it is not for you. This is called a frustration spread. This is going to be an 8-card spread. Frustrations. What's going on? Hi, how are you? We're going to begin the reading. Those of you who have joined me before, you know I always ring my bell first. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Show me exactly what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. I have this sensation on the right side. How do you call this? In my shoulder area, my shoulder bone. So there's some tension. Someone has some tension on the right side behind their shoulder. There's a pain, sharp pain, you know. And I'm not a medical intuitive. I'm not a medical psychic. I can, but I don't. Only because it's too tedious, right? And that's not the road that I want to go down. But there's someone who has sharp pain on the right side, right here, in this area. This is a frustration reading. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Once again, show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. If the reading is for a male specifically, I will say so. If the reading is for a female specifically, I will say so. If I say nothing at all, understand that we all have masculine and feminine energies. Anyone that sees these videos, that watches me, you know that I place the camera on the desk so that you will be able to watch me shuffle the cards, cut the cards, and also you'll be able to watch the cards fall out. Once again, I hope everyone is doing well. If this reading is for you, it'll be for you from the beginning of the reading until the end. If the reading is not for you, then don't take anything from it. You don't need to send me a message in my inbox and say that didn't resonate with me. Great. You know that it didn't resonate with you. And that's all that matters is you know. This is what I can say. Anytime that I do a reading, I most definitely know it's going to be for one person, 2 people, 3 people. But this frustration reading is going to hit home for someone. This is going to be accurate. Each and every one of my readings are accurate. I promise you that. I'm not bad. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much. I am not that tarot reader that sits up here and makes up stories. My readings are always going to hit home because I am a psychic, I am a medium. And I bring that here sometimes when Spirit tells me to. I do personal tarot readings as well. There was someone up here, another tarot reader who watches me, and they said, follow me. I don't use cards. Well, guess what? I don't use cards either. But I do use them for this platform. And if you book a reading with me, and if you choose a tarot reading, I'm going to use cards for those readings, and I'm going to use whatever the Spirit gives to me. We can sit here and we can do this all day, but don't promote yourself on my channel, because in real life, I do other things. I do other things that you'll be calling me, asking me to help you with, but I'm the one who did it. I don't play over here. I don't play with anyone, so respect me as I respect you. But let us get to this reading. This is a frustration reading for someone. This is a frustration spread. We're going to see what's going on in someone's life. You know, I always start my readings with a spiritual news card. This is actually one of my favorite decks. It is. It really is. I hear a lot of people, they say that when they get decks, the decks don't work for them. You have to work with your deck, use your deck, speak to your decks. You have to put your energy inside of your decks. But most importantly, anytime you receive a deck, you should always cleanse them, because you don't want the person who made them energy on them. When they go and get printed up, you don't know who's handling those decks. So anytime that you receive a deck, I don't care if you buy it off TikTok, Shein, if you go to your local bookstore, wherever you get a deck from, Etsy, clean them. All energy is in good energy. Please believe me. This just in. This just in. I hope that you can see the cards. This just in. Your spirit guides are working very hard to lead you on the right path. Spirit is advising you to pay attention. There's someone who needs to pay attention in every area of their life. Spirit is asking you to pay attention. Your spirit guides are working behind the scene. So if you feel like something is not coming to fruition for you, hold on a little longer. Just be patient, because guess what? Spirit is advising you to pay attention, and they want you to know that they're working hard on whatever it is that you've asked for. You hear my dog barking in the background? If that frustrates you, you need to click off. I promise you, he had 3 surgeries in 1 week, and he's doing great. He's running around. He got his color back. He's gaining weight again. Listen, he's here. So let him bark, let him run, let him jump. He may even come down in here and lay down and start snoring, but he is doing well, and I'm truly grateful, because it was touch and go. In other news, it's time to stop beating yourself up. There may be a situation in your life where you only blame yourself, and that's not fair. When it comes to this, know that everything will eventually work itself out. There's a person here who's going through some difficulties, but you're blaming yourself. You can't do that. You absolutely can't do that, especially when you know that you are not the cause of whatever is going on. A lot of times we take the blame for people, and that's not fair. That's exactly what the card says, but in real life, it's not fair to do that. You know, my kids are adults, and I promise you, I would always take the blame for anything that they did, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Until one day I said, to know better is to do better. And they know better. So therefore, I have to hold them accountable for them doing better. My job is done. As long as I got them past the age of 18 and in the direction of where they said they wanted to go, then we're all good. But there's a situation brewing in someone's life and you're blaming yourself. Spirit is saying, don't do that. It's easy for you not to argue with someone and they're sitting there saying, you bitch, you did this, you did that. And you be like, you're right. You're right. Because you don't want to argue. Stop doing that. So when they be like, you a bitch, okay, your mother is that? Your grandmother and who else? Because don't ever call me what you can't call your daughter, your mother, your aunt, your grandmother. So never accept the blame for someone's ignorance. That should never happen. Stop blaming yourself. Stop beating yourself up. And you have to hold whomever accountable for their actions. True story. Because if you don't, it'll be a repetitive cycle and they'll keep doing the same shit. Even when they know they're wrong, they'll continue to do it because you didn't stop them. Because you didn't say enough was enough. Now, let's get to this reading. I will be doing an 8-card spread tonight. This will be an 8-card spread. Anyone that knows me, that has been following me, you know that I enjoy doing my 9-card spreads, but I told you we're going to start switching it up. And let me tell you, thank you guys for going over to YouTube when I place these videos on YouTube and rewatching them, because the numbers are rising. So I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. The numbers are rising for people that's joining me over there. The numbers are rising. Yes, my videos are long, but I try to give you as much as I can, you know, for free. I try to give you as much as I can. And I have my daughter in the background, Alberta Butterfly. I also have my husband in the background. So if you guys are writing something and if I miss it, one of them will pick it up. So understand, I'm not ignoring you. I do have somebody in the background that will respond to you. And be mindful that this older woman wears these, okay? And therefore reading. But thank you so much. You know, I got to start remembering. I would like for you guys to share this video, because when you share it, that will help me with doing more videos. It will help me when it comes to the algorithm of my videos being pushed so that my channel can grow over here as well. So my YouTube channel is growing, but over here, they're not doing the same numbers. They're not balancing out. You know, I want to be like Libra. I need to be balanced. So guys, share the video and I thank you. Spirit guys, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Show me exactly what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Ooh, that was empty. That was empty. I thought Spirit was about to show me something, but it was empty. Maybe you feel empty inside. That, let me tell you, that was as blank as I have ever gotten. That was blank energy, right? Blank energy. But let's see what's going on with this frustration spread. This is an 8-card spread. Spirit guys, woo, that one fell out. Excuse me. I got to move some things around. Listen, I got to clean up my space over here. This is your first card that came out. And that's one of the cards I love to see jumping out first. That's the Magician. But listen, that's just me. Let's get to this reading. Spirit guys, we're going to have to let those come out because they turned over. This one first. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. 2 more cards. 2 more cards. No holding back today, huh? 1 more card, please. 1 more card. Thank you. 1 more card. Thank you so much. Oh, this was easy. When I just meditated over these cards, I had a blank. It was empty. And that's very rare for me. I promise you that. But there was empty. Empty. Maybe somebody feels empty. The first card that we have here. This is why you feel upset. This is the first reason of many. The number 1 is the Magician. Now, someone is trying to manifest something. And this is one of the reasons that's making you feel depleted. It's making you feel empty. Because you feel like, I'm meditating. I'm constantly thinking about whatever this is that you desire to have for yourself, and it's not coming in. You're like, I'm about to give up. This manifestation shit is for the birds. Let me tell you, continue to meditate, and you will be able to manifest whatever it is that you desire. Many of you who have been here before, it's a true story. I have never, ever meditated to manifest an outcome of whatever it is that I desire for myself or someone else, and I didn't receive it. I have never gone outside and spoken to the moon, sitting on the porch from when I was a child to an adult, and I never not received it. Anything that I've asked for, I have received, and it's a true story. I have a video. I can't even tell you where it's at in my many videos, but I have a video on how I meditated to manifest a home. How I obtained a mortgage with $5 in my bank account. $5. You know that $5 where you need it just to keep the account open. That was me. I obtained a mortgage, but let me tell you, even though I got the mortgage, I got locked in under a beautiful interest rate. As soon as I got to the table, the interest rate changed and it jumped up. I received a balloon mortgage. I could have walked away and I could have said, fuck that. I'm not doing that. But I was young. I was so happy to be able to get a house. And I got it. I was one of those people that got caught up in that scheme to whereas they were sucking the life out of me until we were able to refinance to get up out of that balloon mortgage. But I got the mortgage with $5 in my bank account. With the house that I wanted, I drew it before I even saw the house. I kept having visions of this house. For some people, it wasn't a glamorous house, but it was a roof over my head and 4 walls. I'm a mother of 5. So 3 of my sons had their own bedrooms. My daughters, 2, shared their bedroom. Guess what? It was my house. And it was enough room for us. I even gave my oldest son the master bedroom. I did. I got the house. I saw a vision of this house. I drew the floor plans. I copied the floor plans on the printer. I showed my children the floor plans. And I said, look at this picture. This is where your bedroom is going to be, where your bedroom is going to be, where your bedroom is going to be. I need you to meditate with me. I need you to believe that your mom is about to be a homeowner. My kids are in their 30s. I have 2 in their 20s, but my older 3 are in their 30s. My youngest son is in his late 20s, and then I have my daughter in her 20s. And I promised you, they meditated with me. The Bible says, when two or more agree, it is done. I'm not a Bible thumper, but for my Bible thumpers that follow me, guess what? I'll quote scripture for you. When two or more touch and agree, it is so. Guess what I had? I had a whole team. My children and I, they believed and they meditated with me. They slept with my little diagram under their pillow. Then I got a phone call and they said, we're about to mail you some papers. Can you get to a fax machine? I said, I have one in my house. They faxed me some papers. I got them notarized. And I purchased a home, sight unseen. Now, who does that? I did that. I would never advise anyone to do that. But I purchased this house. It didn't matter to me what state it was in, because it was the house that I envisioned. It was the house that was given to me in my mind. When I saw the house on this website, I was like, that's my house. Every room that I drew on my paper, it was in the same position that was on this house. There's someone here who's frustrated. You have the magician card. You are frustrated because you've been trying to manifest something and you're like, it's not working. And let me explain why. First and foremost, you're forcing it. Anytime that you're trying to meditate, it should never be done with force. Then when you meditate, you better believe that it's already yours. Do you think that when I received this vision that I got, that I didn't believe that this house was mine? I did. I believed it was mine. I believed it so much that I called the realtor and I told the truth. I said, hi, my name is Tara. I live in such and such a state. I saw this house on such and such a.com and I see you're the real estate agent for it. He said, yes, ma'am. I said, well, I want this house. I said, I need this house. I dreamed about this house. He said, all right, ma'am. Well, the house is still for sale. Do you have a mortgage? I said, I don't have a mortgage. He said, you don't have a mortgage? He said, do you have a real estate agent? I said, I don't have a real estate agent. I said, I'm calling to propose you an offer. He said, what? I said, listen, I have $5 in my bank account. I get paid in 2 weeks. I would like to send you a post-dated check for $1,000 just for you to hold the house for me until I get a mortgage. I need you to take the house off the market. He said, ma'am, I never heard of anything as crazy as that in my life. He said, but by law, I have to present the offer to my clients. He said, so let me run this by you. You want to give me a check for $1,000 to hold a house that we just put on the market and you don't have a mortgage, but you're promising to purchase it. I said, yes. He said, I'll get back with you. That was on a Sunday. Do you know he called me that afternoon? He said, ma'am, do you have any way you can give me a copy of the post-dated check? I said, what? He said, they accepted your offer because that house belonged to me. There was no doubt in my mind that I would pick up that phone. There was no doubt in my mind that I wouldn't present my offer without a real estate agent to help me. Without obtaining a mortgage, there was no doubt in my mind that I was going to get that house removed off the market to give me a chance to own it. And the family did that. Didn't know me, never saw me before, didn't know if I was rich or poor. But one thing about it, they knew I was serious. I got them the post-dated check out. This post-dated check, whether I was able to obtain the mortgage or not, in good faith, I was saying to them, whether I was approved for a mortgage or not, you can have the money. Because that meant I wasted their time. Guess what? That first $1,000 went towards the purchase of my home. That's how that happened. That's called meditating to manifest, knowing what your outcome is going to be. So the number one, the magician, oh, we are all magicians, please believe me. Each and every one of us are magicians, but you have to know how to hone in on your magic. You have to be able to use your magic. And you know what magic requires? No doubt and no fear. Once you begin to doubt, you might as well stop meditating. You might as well stop praying to my prayer warriors. It makes no sense. Because doubting and asking for something, they don't go together. That does not balance out. There's someone here who's meditating because you want to manifest an outcome, but you feel like it's taking too long. Guess what happened? When I purchased the home, I had to wait. There were steps to take. I used that real estate attorney that the gentleman provided for me. I used that real estate agent, the one who had the house for sale. He said, you should get your own. I said, I'm using you because I know you're a good person. He said, ma'am, how do you know that? I never wanted to tell him what I did for a living. Absolutely not. But I wanted him to handle it. Do you know that real estate agent lived right around the corner from me? Backyard to backyard. Isn't that something? Let me tell you, you can't meditate without believing. You can't manifest without believing. When you meditate, you're saying, I'm opening myself up to whatever message I receive, whatever I hear, whatever I feel, whatever I see in my mind's eye, I am prepared to accept whatever it's going to be. There's emptiness. When I just meditated over my cards, and it rarely happens, I didn't see anything. I didn't feel anything. However, it was empty. Somebody feels depleted. Someone feels empty, and they feels like something is not happening fast enough. And you're wrong. Because one thing you have to understand is that there's no such thing as time. When I was awake and I was resuscitated 3 times. The first time I was resuscitated, I was in an operating room. The second time I was resuscitated when they were moving me to ICU. And the third time I was resuscitated, I finally made it into ICU. I wasn't in the hallway anymore being resuscitated. I was in my room. But when I came out of that, I couldn't talk. I could hear, I could see, but I couldn't speak. But not one time did I ever think that I wouldn't be able to speak. On the inside, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, but nothing is coming out. No one can hear me. I hear people making plans about me, and I'm like, shit, that's not what I would do for myself. That's not happening, but nobody could hear me. So what do? You have to find a reason to fight. You have to find a reason to stand front and center. Oh, I know what it's like being trapped in the body. But I also know what it's like being front and center. And I demand attention. You demand attention. Be forceful. Get angry. And let whomever it is know that you're ready for whatever it is that you're asking for. You see, as long as you're not asking for anything that's going to hurt another person, you should be good. But if you're asking for something that's going to hurt another person, you should be good as long as you can accept what comes behind that. See, a lot of people, they dive into spirituality for so many different reasons. On the one hand, they want a world of magic. On the other hand, they want to get everybody that hurt them. So if you're trying to manifest something that's going to hurt another person, that's why you're waiting so long. If you're trying to manifest something and it's good and it's just, wait a little longer. It's coming. But the next time you go into your meditation, say, I'm ready. Be dominant. Say, I'm ready. I'm ready to hear. I'm ready to feel. I'm ready to see whatever it is that I need so I can be where I need to be, where I want to be, where I desire to be. Let them know you're ready and do it with force. The second card is the Ace of Wands. The second card is the Ace of Wands for someone. The Ace of Wands. When the Ace of Wands appears, this is another reason why you feel upset. But the reason why you're still feeling upset is because there's someone who's trying to manifest a new beginning. There's someone who also wants to move from where they currently live. There's one person here that wants to move, and you're like, I have to get out of where I'm living. I want a new start. I want to meet new people. I'm tired of being where I'm at. That's one person. And there's a whole nother person that says, all I want is a new beginning. I'm tired of going through the same shit, but on a different day. And you're passionate about it. But although you're passionate, you still don't believe that you can have this new beginning. And there's another person who doesn't believe that they will be able to move, to travel to another destination. You're like, how am I going to get this in order? I got to pack what I have. Maybe I should give away what I have. But I need what I have because if I'm starting over, I got to keep what I got. So there's a person who desires to move, but financially, you don't think it's going to be able to happen. But you're so ready to get out of the place, out of the environment where so many people know you and they keep a lot of shit going. But then on the other hand, there's another person here. All you desire is a new beginning. So you feel frustrated. You feel upset for these two reasons. Number one, you're not realizing that you are the magician. You don't believe that what you're meditating on is going to happen anytime soon. So you're frustrated. You're giving up. You're like, shit, I've been doing this too long. It's been a few months. And there's someone here, it's been a year or two. This is another reason why you're feeling upset is the Ace of Wands. You want this passionate new beginning. You want a fresh start. You want to meet new people. You want to do new things, but it's not happening fast enough. And then there's another person who wants to move. You want to go into a different environment. And the third reason why you're feeling upset, this is the number 10. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Now get excited. Don't. Let me tell you why you should not be excited about the Wheel of Fortune. You shouldn't be excited because you're holding yourself back from this Wheel of Fortune. When the Wheel of Fortune appears, that's fate, That's destiny. But I don't see it like that for someone here. The way I see it is that you haven't put an end to your old way of thinking. Because if you put an end to it, then you will be able to have this turning point. You will be able to have whatever it is that you meditated on. The Wheel of Fortune is fate. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny. But you're so frustrated that you haven't received any of these things, and that's all because of you. You have to remove fear. You have to remove not believing. You have to remove those things, and then you need to get back at it again. Meditate to manifest a desired outcome. It's important to do so. Let me tell you another thing when it comes to meditation. I told you I've never asked for anything that I didn't receive. My son is 35 years old. When he was born, just a few weeks after he was born, he had a fatal disease. I was a young mother. I was a teen mother. And the doctors wouldn't talk to me because I was a teenager. So they wanted to run everything by my mother. My mother said, we're not doing that. She's the mother. I am the grandmother, but she will make the decisions for her son. They said, well, he only has a few days to live. I said, that's not true. My mother said, the devil is a liar. That's what my mother said to the doctor. They said, if he makes it past the 48 hours, he would be blind, or he would be, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear the word, but the doctor said he would be retarded. I said, that's not true. My mother said, the devil is a liar. So they said they wanted to call the parishioner in to speak last rites over my son. I'm not going to let a stranger pray over my child at all. Are you crazy? And we don't even share the same beliefs. My mother said, nuh-uh, nobody is going to go and pray over him but his mother. My mother said, get your ass in that room. So when I went in the room, I had to wear a certain garment. Everything had to be covered. So I couldn't even touch my son with my hands. And they had him in a bubble. I unzipped it, the bubble, and I picked my son up and I spoke to him. I let him know that he was going to be okay. As I was doing that, my mother was calling my godfather, who is a root worker as well. He got up to the hospital about an hour later. He didn't want anybody in the room, not even myself. When he walked into the room, he walked out. The machine started beeping. Doctors and nurses started running in from every which direction. My son's fever broke. My son's fever was so high, and he was a newborn. It was so high that he shouldn't even be here. I'm not even going to give you the numbers. It was 100 plus. One thing we didn't do, we didn't believe anything that anybody told us because we knew who we were. We knew who we believed in, what we believed in, and we knew how to use it. It's called working the root. My mother, the grandmother, which she is the root, and I sprung from her, and my son sprung from me. We had that. There's someone that doesn't have the Wheel of Fortune, although it is each and one of our each and every one of our destiny to have the wheel of fortune. We are all supposed to have whatever it is that we desire. We're supposed to. But the reason why many of us fall short is because we don't believe that we can have whatever it is. See, we are the authors of our own story. We get to write our next chapter. We get to say who, when, where, and why. And the reason why many of us don't have that magic is because you don't believe it. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you for the rosettes. Thank you. But that's why you don't have the wheel of fortune. It is your destiny. See, over here, the Bible, my Bible thumpers, they said, for God is in us and he that is in the world. For my spiritual people, we understand that we are God's body. We understand that we are all energy and that energy is never going to die at all. You can have a battery and you're like, I'm about to toss that battery in the garbage. But then you got somebody who has been down on their luck and they know not to throw the battery in the garbage. So what do? A, wrap it in aluminum foil. B, they put it in the freezer so that they can energize it. We are all energy and we can be energized over and over and over again. That's why people have many lives, whether you believe it or not. People have many. Meow. Let me tell you. And what I mean by meow, when I was a newborn, once again, resuscitated. Ooh, here I am. Then, once again, in a car accident, going to school. I should have cut that day. Here I am, resuscitated, right in front of my mother. She was standing on the sidewalk, watching them use the jaws of life, cutting me out of a car. Here I am, meow. Another time, I was resuscitated 3 times within hours. Here I am. The last time, no resuscitation needed, riding a motorcycle, doing 100 plus, no protective gear, no helmet, in the rain, speeding. Had an accident, flew way up. I was above the tree. I was like R. Kelly. I was going up without a problem. But damn it, when I started coming down, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to fly. But when that impact hit, somebody held my head. My head hit the ground one time. Boom. And guess what? Here I am. It was a young girl. She was a teenager. She took off her shirt in the middle of the street. And she was Caucasian. It's important for me to say that. She was Caucasian. She took off her shirt, had nothing on but her bra, and she stopped the bleeding. Her mother said, don't touch her. You don't know what she has. The young girl, she thought I was young. She was like, she's young. We have to stop the bleeding. And she just held the pressure on my head. And she kept saying, don't move. The police came, the ambulance, then I was being airlifted. When I got to the hospital, they said, you weren't supposed to be here. And you know what I said? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I don't fear. I don't doubt. I have never asked for something and not received it. Never. And that's the truth. I've never asked for something and not received it. And it's nothing to brag about, but it's strength. We all have it. Yesterday I did a Leo reading, and it was a Leo who was depleted on their strength. And we all must stand in our strength. So the next time you go into your meditation, anything can happen when you meditate. You know how I meditate? I sit my fat ass on the floor. I put my back up against the wall. I do. That's like a covering for me. I sit with my back up against the wall, and I'm like, I'm ready. Whatever you send to me, whatever you give to me, I'm ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm open. I'm always open to receive a message. There's someone here. You have the wheel of fortune. You just can't touch it. And the reason why you can't touch it is because you don't believe you can. And you're on the verge of giving up. Don't give up. Meditate again and again and again until you believe that it's yours. Until you're able to see whatever it is that you're meditating to manifest. You have to be able to see it in your mind's eye. See it. See it. You know, guess what? I'm about to have a grandbaby. So when I close my eyes, I'm just looking for healthy. I'm looking for healthy, although I know that the baby is going to be premature. That was already given to me. Already given. No, mom is not on drugs. No, mom doesn't do anything. But guess what? The baby is going to be premature. So I'm meditating every single day on healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, and I'm not accepting anything less. Then I'm meditating on my peace, my happiness. I'm meditating on my husband and I to have longevity. I'm meditating on my children when they are away from me, that they are protected by every element. And I can see it. I can see it so much so that I can see everything that's going on in their world. I can see everything that's going on in their world, except for I just learned something new tonight before this reading, but that's a whole nother story that I'm not going to sit here and discuss. There's somebody that the universe is saying the wheel of fortune is yours, but you just don't believe you can have it. So this is your frustration. Your frustration is that you're meditating. Your frustration is that you're trying to manifest and you don't see an outcome. It's not happening fast enough for you. There's someone here that has the Ace of Wands and you want a new beginning, and there's someone that wants to move and it's not happening fast enough. The person that wants to move, you're like, I don't even have all the finances. And then, but you want a new beginning. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. You're like, okay, if the universe just delivers this to me and I'm meditating and I'm doing everything right, then I should be able to have everything I'm asking for. And that's the Wheel of Fortune. And that's a lie. That's what the problem is, because you think that you can have it and you lie to yourself. The biggest lie is because you're meditating, you're manifesting, but you don't even believe you can have it. And that's why you don't have it. So if you want it, let's rewind. Because see, the number 10, the Wheel of Fortune, you have to put an end to something in order for something new to begin. So I'm telling you, the reason why nothing new is beginning is because you need to rewind. When you rewind, Sit your ass on the floor, put your back up against the wall, close your eyes and say to the universe, show me everything I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Allow me to feel what is needed. Because as long as you're not meditating to hurt someone, to cause harm to someone, you should be good. But in order for you to be good, first and foremost, you need to be grateful before you receive it. Once you let them know that you are grateful, because they could give you nothing. Nothing is promised, but you're asking. And they said that they will deliver as long as you ask with pure intentions. So if you ask, you can have anything you want. You won't get everything, but you can have anything. So stand on knowing that. So when you meditate on that new car, be able to see it in the mind's eye. Do you know what color you want? See that car in that color. What features do you want? Do you want head-up display? What do you want? See the car with it. See yourself sitting in the driver's seat. See yourself with the keys in your hand. Seeing yourself with that big old bow on top of the car. Me, I don't need the bow. Just give me the car and let me drive on. That's all you got to do. You have to be able to picture it in the mind's eye. No doubting. You want to go a little further? When you sign those papers at the dealership, look on the desk and see the calendar and look at the date and the month that's on that calendar. Don't forget the year, because there's no detail that's too large or too small. You have to be specific. We have the number 4 card. Now, this is another person's point of view. If you have another person that's involved in your life, this is the 2 of Swords. There's somebody that's avoiding you right now. I'm speaking to someone, and you have a person that's been avoiding you. So you could be meditating for this new beginning to be back with a certain individual, but it's at a stalemate. And they don't know if they really want to be with you or not. But you keep trying to manifest this. A lot of times when you try to manifest something that's no good for you, the universe will block it. Do you know there are times when people are in relationships and they keep having problems after problems after problems after problems? That's because the universe is saying, make a decision. You got people today, yes, I want to be with him or her. I love them. Then tomorrow, I can't stand that bitch. I want that motherfucker to leave me alone. And then the next day, oh, I love them. I don't want them to leave. Motherfuckers, y'all are confused. And when you are confused, you put a pause on your wheel of fortune. And when you keep pausing and starting and pausing, you want that wheel to turn, then it goes backwards, then it turns forwards again, then it goes backwards. Then the universe will come in with the tower of destruction and they'll tear everything apart because you can't make a decision. But that's not where we're going. I'm just trying to give you an example of how this thing works. It's a cycle. We have the 4 of Pentacles. This is that same person's point of view. They've been avoiding you. This is them. This is the 4 of Pentacles. They feel like whomever I'm speaking to, you like to control everything. Does it sound familiar? Because your person feels like you are a control freak, that you are very possessive, and they're saying, you don't own me, I'm grown. You are not my mother. You are not my father. But sometimes when people are this possessive, it's either A, you've been hurt before, or B, you feel insecure about your own self and you feel like you can't do any better, so you want to control. There's a person here who has been avoiding you because they're like, you are a control freak. You are aggressive and possessive. And they're like, they want you to go ahead, the hell on, and move on. We have this number 6 card, and this is their point of view. This is the Ten of Cups. That's what they want with you. If you can get over these issues, trying to control them, being so possessive over them, don't want them out of your sight. If the relationship makes you feel that afraid, then you need to start over. I'm just saying. That's just me. I don't give any advice on this platform, but soon I will be able to legally. You understand? With this mouth, with me being who I am, I will legally be able to give advice soon. The Ten of Cups. Your person does want the Ten of Cups. If things were better. If you could stop being so controlling. If you can stop being so possessive. When a person does these things, you're a jealous spirit. You're a very jealous spirit. You have some insecurities. So either someone hurt you or you feel insecure about yourself. You know, but they do want the Ten of Cups if you can change. If you could stop being so damn controlling, they do want that with you. But they've been avoiding you because they're tired of you being aggressive. They want the Ten of Cups. They do want that. But you think you have to control them to get it, and that's not the case. You don't have to control them to get it. And let's keep going with this, because this is also the frustration being resolved. This is how we're going to resolve this whole entire dynamic. And this is with the King of Pentacles. You know, abundance. When we look at the King of Pentacles, the first thing that we see is finances, right? That's what we see when we see the King of Pentacles. We see finances. We're like, okay, my finances are going to be in order because either you or your person's finances is already in order. But the King of Pentacles is someone that is solid. They're practical. They're a leader. They're wise. And they are a great investor. After all, they're disciplined. Now, it's either you or your person that's the King of Pentacles, male or female. There's someone that is a leader. And maybe it could be you, whoever I'm speaking to, because you do have that controlling spirit. And a lot of leaders, they do have to control things, people and situations. But hey, King of Pentacles, this is not your army. Your person is not your army. They're your other half. Whether you're married or not, this is your significant other. And you can leave that shit back in the field, wherever your job is. Leave it there with those people. Control that situation if you're a boss. But at home, you don't have to bring that same energy at home. The King of Pentacles is very abundant. They're a great leader. They are wise. But you're too controlling. The King of Pentacles is also a disciplined person when it comes to other situations. But when it comes to relationship, your person feels like you're controlling. They feel like you're possessive. And that's not discipline. Maybe you don't know how to love. Maybe you don't even understand your love language. Maybe because you didn't have that. You don't have anything to piggyback from. You don't have anything in your life that could have taught you that. So if you don't have anyone in your history book, whether it's mother, father, grandmother, aunt, uncle, cousin, to mimic, then you have to lay your own foundation. And you have to say, I want to do it differently because I want better. I don't want to keep hurting my person. I don't want to control them. I don't want to be possessive over them. I trust them not to hurt me. Because that dominating energy, that controlling energy, no one owns another person. Work on building together. The number 8 card is, how can we resolve this as well? This is one way to resolve it. Sitting down, talking to each other, rewinding, starting over, and now this time laying a solid foundation. The 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups would be celebration. But that's not what this is. This 3 of Cups is counseling. You and your person may need to speak to someone. And you may be like, it's not me, it's them. Well, then let them go to counseling. And a good counselor is still going to call you in. Let your person go first, and then you do it together if this is what you want. Everybody doesn't want to go to counseling. Trust me, everybody doesn't want to go. But even if you have someone that's you can trust, whether it be a preacher, a bishop, or whatever the case may be, maybe you can go and talk to that person, you and your person. But the 3 of Cups that I see here, this is not a celebration. This is you and your person going to speak to someone that can help you overcome to get through this situation. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands, restless. There's someone here, you're restless. And excuse me. I'm speaking to someone and you're going to know your situation better than me. You and your person haven't been intimate in quite some time because of your controlling ways. Because your person thinks you're controlling whoever I'm speaking to. With you being so possessive, the Knight of Wands is impulsive. With your person holding out from you, you may be thinking about going to sleep with someone else. That's impulsive in itself. There's someone here that's very restless. They're like, okay, I've been waiting for my person, but your person has been avoiding you. But you're getting restless. And you're like, shit, I'm about to go and knock boots with somebody else. It's not going to mean anything, but it's going to help me get my frustrations out. But you're being impulsive because this is someone who's trying to manifest your person back into their life. This is someone that's trying to manifest a new beginning. But if you go and take a roll in the hay with somebody, you might as well not even meditate. You might as well not even manifest. You might as well just say, hey, I'm ready for this new beginning without this person. See, when we ask the universe for things, we can't be confused in our conviction. We cannot be confused. We have to be solid on what it is that we desire. That's why you have to be for sure. Anytime I do a reading, if I receive the number 4 in my reading, I always tell everyone to make a wish. But I always tell you never to make a wish while you're watching me, this platform. Do it in the privacy of your own home. When you can really think about that wish, what it is that you desire. But there's someone, and you're frustrated, haven't had sex in a minute. And listen, I have to be a little vulgar. Don't even want to play with yourself. That's even getting old. However, if you want this person, play with yourself a little more. Because if you go and sleep with someone else, your person is going to find out and they're not even going to want you back. Because they're waiting. They're waiting. They just want you to stop being so damn controlling and stop being possessive. They see you as the King of Pentacles, but they're saying don't use that action on them. They said if you're going to be a leader, lead them in the right way. With love, with compassion. Not that you own them. This is not ownership. We don't own anybody. I'm going to try to rush through this as quickly as I can because, the time is ticking. The time is ticking. But you can have your wheel of fortune. But you just got to do it in the right way. Without doubt. You can't ask for something and then doubt that you can have it. And then ask for something and give up because you feel like it's taking too long. People be confused. Let me tell you. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, let me take 4 cards to confirm this reading. Thank you. 4 cards. 4 cards to confirm. What does someone need to know? They have the Wheel of Fortune. They want this new beginning. There's even someone that wants to move. Spirit guides, what else do I need to know? Thank you so much. Listen, you must be friends. You have to be friends. Remember I told you, rewind a little bit. Just rewind just a little bit. You need to be friends, get to know each other. There's no ownership when it comes to relationship. I'm a married woman. I don't own my husband. He doesn't own me. We are married. We are not handcuffed. Click, click. No. He is with me because he wants to be. I am with him because I want to be. If he said to me today, tomorrow, I can't do this, I'm going to be like, all right. If I went to him and said, hey, I can't do this, he's going to be like, all right. But the one thing we said to each other, this is it. So we agree that this is it. And if this is it, that means that we are willing to face any challenges. But our challenges won't be things that's going to be disrespectful. I won't disrespect him, nor will he disrespect me. We are friends. He's my friend. A lot of times people forget the friendship of a relationship. You have to be friends. And then allow it to grow. And then if you say, well, I've already been intimate, we've already had a relationship. Yo, you can press rewind as many times as you need to. Yes, you can. Thank you. Thank you so much. And it's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. We have marriage. This relationship can lead to marriage. This new beginning can lead to marriage. It's up to the two of you. A marriage is a contract. It is. It's a contract between you and your friend. Because my husband is my friend. It's a contract between you and your friend. And who said that a relationship is easy? Because it is not. You know why? Because every day we're learning and growing. We're learning and growing every single day. At the bottom of the deck, renewal. Cross watchers, if you are the person that is being controlled by your person, you need to let them know. Put that headlock on them and be like, not me, not over here. You are not my mother. You are not my father. You don't own me. I'm different. I'm different, I promise you. And then if you are the person that's trying to control, shame on you, and go get a pet. Go get a dog, a cat, a rabbit. Go get an animal that you can control and train, because you can't do this to a human. Not to somebody you love, not to someone that you care about. It can't be done. You don't control anyone. You don't own anyone. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And if you feel like you're being controlled, my number is on my website. Call me. Call me. But nobody owns anyone. Plain and simple. You can't control anyone. Everyone is going to be who they are authentically. No one has the right to control another person. You don't have ownership to them. You know, you don't. Even being married, you don't own anyone. I don't own my husband, nor does he own me. And he's in the background watching. I don't own him. I would like to. It's like, I'm just joking. But there's always some truth in the joke. Babe, how do I get out of this one? You know, but no, you can't control anyone. You cannot. You don't own anyone. I promise you that. You don't own anyone. And that's it. That's all I can say. If this was a one-to-one, it'd be different. But that's as far as I can go with you. But I send to you nothing but love and light. You have a new beginning because you want it. But how bad do you want it to have your wheel of fortune? You have to put an end to something in order for something new to begin. And what you have to put an end to is the fear. Believing that you can't have whatever it is that you desire to have. True story. True story. Let me tell you. I was standing in the garage the other day and I was looking at the motorcycle, right? I walked away and then I felt like it was calling me. I looked one more time and I was about to say to my husband, I'm about to take this around the corner, and something said, don't do it. Don't do it. I was looking at his motorcycle and I was looking at his, and let me tell you, I rode that before and that thing heavy. Ooh-wee. It's heavy, right? And I always say, this a man bike, right? Listen, I ain't got that kind of strength for that bike. But I did look at it. Even though I know that it's too heavy, I was looking at it anyway because I felt like it was saying, sit on me. Come and look at me. But I stayed in control. I brought my ass right in the house, turned on the TV, and got that shit out of my head. Let me tell you, I got it right out of my head. But all I could say is nobody owns another person. Nobody can control you. If somebody is too possessive, there's a reason why. Plain and simple. There's a reason why for their possessiveness. And that's something that needs to be worked out with them and a counselor. And you can join them because it was 3 people in that car that went to counseling. You know, everybody doesn't want to go to counseling. And some people do. I probably could use some, but I don't want to either. But I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. For those of you who have shared this video, I thank you. For the hearts, I thank you. For your time, I thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. And rising love, thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you, the new followers. I'll be back tomorrow with a signs reading. It's definitely not going to be Gemini. I promise that. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. I don't like to even say that. My apologies, right? I've taught my children never say sorry because they're not a sorry ass person. I've always taught them never to say sorry. So my apologies is not going to be Gemini. It may be Aquarius. It may be Aquarius tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe. I have to see the energy that I'm in, but I'm going to sit on it. But I will post whatever sign that I do tomorrow. I will post it tonight in advance to let you know what time and who the sign is going to be. But I send to you nothing but love and light. I'm about to unwind. I bought some ice cream last night. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I have an addiction to sugar. And it's like a person that's on drugs. I have an addiction to sugar. I'm old school. Listen, I grew up in the days when we could go to the store and buy candy for a penny. If I had 5 cents, I could get 5 pieces of candy. If I had 25 cents, I could get 10 cookies. I'm just saying. But last night I went and got ice cream. And I'm trying to do better. I'm out of jelly beans. I did not re-up. I'm out of candy fish. I didn't go re-up. I promise. So I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better. Listen, I'm trying. I'm trying. So everybody, pray my strength in the universe. You know how the religious people be like, pray my strength in the Lord. Listen, pray my strength. I'm trying. I'm trying. I was thinking about doing an aerobics class. I'm probably just going to sit there and watch them. Because that's when I'm going to be controlling. Be like, you don't tell me what to do. Yeah, I had, I was a size, let me tell you, you said I got this. I really do. I got out of hand. I was a size 10, 11, like 2 years ago. And then I slowly started buying a caramel frappe per day. And then it turned into 2. So you know how like when a crackhead, they go and get 1 bottle and then later on they think they need another one because they don't feel high enough? That's me. So I got the 1 frappe and then it went to 2 a day. And then my husband, when I was trying to go for 3 a day, he was like, nah, you got to stop. And I'm like, don't tell me what to do. Then, okay, since I can't have 3 frappes, I started getting jelly beans. Not the kids flavor. They don't have enough flavors. I got the adult flavors, right? We need to sue them. Let's get a class action. And they had some in there that was really good. And they taste like they were supposed to. So I started getting the jelly beans and picking the ones that I wanted out. But then I was accused of taking all the good ones. So that was a whole nother problem in my house, right? These people. I've been doing better. Oh, and then it was the Reese sticks. The Reese sticks. You know, I bite around the edges. Then I break them apart to get the peanut butter out. And then I go back for the wafer later. But I'm trying. I'm trying. Then everybody that would come to my house, guess what they would do? They would bring me a frappe. My son, his girlfriend, whatever she is to him, my daughter, my other daughter, anybody that came to see me, they brought me a frappe like they knew me. And my husband was like, why you bring her that? And I'm like, I ain't asked him to. Because I didn't. But they brought it to me. And so this happened. And I'm trying. And I put some jeans on the other day. Ooh wee. And a half of a leg got in. And I was broken. I was like, oh my God. So I'm trying. I've been in these dresses. I feel religious. I've been in these dresses. And I'm trying. That's probably why I ain't get on the motorcycle. I can't wear it with a dress on, right? But I'm trying. Maybe this winter I'll be dropping some. Then I thought about a pole class. I did. I thought about a pole class. And then I've been watching the big girls on the poles. And I'm like, they got some arm strength. Then I'm like, I don't know. That's a lot of work, right? They was pulling themselves up. And I'm like, them some big chicks. They bigger than me, but they stronger. Not unless they going to help boost me up on the pole. I don't know if it's going to work. So I told my husband, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do a pole class. They said they lose weight. Then I changed my mind. I'm going to do something, though. He was like, just go for a walk. And I'm like, but I smoke cigarettes, so downward, I'm going to give out a breath. So I'm not sure yet. See, I'm confused, but I could do this. I could do this. But I'll be back tomorrow. I send to you all nothing but love and light. Pray my sugar addiction into the universe. Pray for me. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And it's been 4 days, no jelly beans, 4 days. And I'm not feeling the withdrawals yet. But it's been 4 days for jelly beans. No frappe today. It's a start. I'm trying, Crystal. It's a start. I promise. I'm trying. You know, they got to work with me over here. But you know what? I'm 52, and every time, you know, I go get tested, guess what? No diabetes or anything. And everybody that knows me, you know what? They'll be like, you probably going to get diabetes. I'm like, why y'all trying to put that shit on me? They be lying on me. Like, why do they do that? Why do people do that? Like, they going to diagnose you. Like, no, that doesn't come over here. It doesn't work over here for me. And, but so far, I've been blessed. I've been blessed, but I do have a sugar addiction, and I'm trying. I got gum. I got a jar full of candy, and I haven't, well, yeah, I did. The other day, I got some banana Laffy Taffy out of there. I did. I dug out the banana Laffy Taffy. And then I was looking at the green one, the apple, and I'm like, that might be too much. So pray my strength. I'm going to have to take that out of here. I'm not going to throw it in the garbage. I don't believe in wasting food. But I'll be back tomorrow. I send to you nothing but love and light. Dawn, that apple, right? That apple. That apple Laffy Taffy is, how can I say, got that mushy, gushy to it. I like it. You know, the banana is a little firm. It's a little tough. It gets stuck in the teeth. But the apple don't do me like that. That's why I ain't touch it, because I knew if I got the apple. See, it's a problem. Dawn, I see you have a problem, Kwame. We can try to do this together. But I'll be back tomorrow. I send to you guys nothing but love and light. And I'll post the next sign that I'll do. Good night. And this video will be on my YouTube channel. I'm probably going to try to edit, you know, my sugar addictions. Because on YouTube, those people, they different over there. Maybe I'll leave it. I don't know. But good night. Thank you.